What's going on, folks? Welcome to another episode of Style of Zephyr and Style of Zephyr HD. Super excited about this episode for you. We're on location in the heart and soul of Bridgeport, Southside at normally, so it used to be U.S. Cellular, now guaranteed rate. By next season, it'll probably be whoever has money field. But White Sox are rebuilding. It's all cool. But speaking of building, if you are looking for a brand new wardrobe, you want to go the custom route, you're looking for grassroots, building up young entrepreneurs, I'm here with Mr. Darian Montgomery, Bespoke and Mogul here in Bridgeport. Darian, welcome to the Style Zephyr. Appreciate your business.
Yep.
Cool, man. Well, we're going to jump right on into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from, and essentially what got you interested in sartorial style, I guess.
All right. So first of all, I'm not the Bespoke and Mogul anymore. Mogul D LLC.
Mogul D?
I got up out of that name. Long story, but I'm about to tell you. Here we go. So, man, style, fashion, clothes, it's like been in me all of my life. Make a long story short, I was on, I used to work for AT&T. So I was in a car accident, and I was on workers' comp. So I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? I need some money. I'm a fashionable guy. Man, let me open up a shoe store. I'm like, no, wait. Count my money before I get it. So yeah. So I hadn't even got a check yet. So I'm like, no, let's hold up. So I followed this guy who worked for the Bespoke, who owned the Bespoke and Mogul, actually, in Ohio, and followed him on Facebook, Instagram, what have you. And he basically, after several conversations via instant messenger, he basically was like, man, I'm going to be in Chicago, XYZ. Why don't you meet me there and we sit down and talk? So I'm like, cool. Long story short, we met up on the south side at some hotel. I had two guys with me. So I was excited. I told them that, I'm meeting this guy from his company, and they do custom clothing, what have you. And man, come with me. We can buy us some things and what have you. So they ended up buying a shirt and a blazer, I believe. So it was like, wow, my first sale. And I just told these guys just come along, and so I'm like, I can do this. So after they left, he sat me down and we talked for hours on end, and he basically told me that he wanted me to work for his company here in Chicago and help him build the Midwest. And I've been doing it ever since. Worked for him for three years. But then I decided, I have a lot under my belt, have a lot of knowledge, so I'm going to take this up a notch, and I'm going to sever myself and do it on my own. So I did it under the umbrella, the Bespoke and Mogul, because I was still kind of tied to him. So I was the Bespoke and Mogul Chicago, and did that for a year. And then I said, you know what, I'm just going to drop that name altogether and just go with Mogul D LLC because of my logo. A guy from high school, he drew it up for me. It was a D with my silhouette in the middle of it. I'm like, man, that's kind of dope. I gotta find a name for that. So I just went with Mogul. The first name starts with D. I'm the guy in the silhouette, so just Mogul D. I'm like, man, it makes sense, no brainer. And then so
it flows.
So, yeah, it flows. So I went. I had a what do you call it? I'm an LLC now. I had a sole profit first under the Bespoke and Mogul Chicago. So I flipped that and just did an LLC. So now I'm LLC.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So and here I am.
It's been a process, and the rest is history, right?
The rest has been history. Yeah, man. So my old clientele, they followed me and came with me and built a new clientele daily, and it's been a blessing. It's been a real
Nice.
blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's sartorial, and that's awesome because you've got the shirts and you've got the fabrics and everything all around, and there's always that jazziness of it that's addictive. At the same token, because it's for what it is, and because this is Kay Quinn with Mogul D. For you, what was the attraction of either fashion or style? Where does the line get drawn for you, and how do you kind of convey that to people who are either just thinking about it themselves or for your potential clients?
Yeah, so style is you. Style is in you. My style is suits. I do not to this day know how to dress down. I don't. I mean, this is like dressing down to me, but it's not hip. It's not cool. So I don't know. I guess the urban wear. I don't know how to do that. I was gonna get a stylist to actually help me style me to dress like down, like some sneakers and some jeans and a nice shirt or what have you, outside of a button up and a blazer. I don't know that side. And
which is the total polar opposite
Yeah.
of what happens most of the time.
Yeah.
Because when guys are like, oh, like I wouldn't know like a brace
Yeah.
from a belt, and like this
Absolutely.
is my first pair of slacks. When I had this suit made, I'm like, I'm gonna go the traditional Savile Row way.
Absolutely.
No belt,
Absolutely.
no belt loops.
No belt
so,
loops. No belt
like
loops.
and now it's like if you want to wear a fedora. A lot of my old customers, when I was in higher end retail, they want to wear a hat. And I'm like, don't buy that. Like, what? Like, you don't wear a hat. You buy a proper hat. Like,
Yes.
you buy the fedora, the crown, the rim, and everything. So, and then I never wore it. So now it's like, oh Christ! Like now you have to like train yourself to start wearing it, like you might normally do it.
Absolutely, and it was like, cause I'm like you, man. I'm like, okay, I'm deep into this. So my style is, I have to find my style, and I have to find what defines me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do the no belt loop thing. And I did it. I like it. And to this day, all my trousers, no belt loops. At the side straps, adjustable straps, but no belt loops. So to this day, my wife does my orders for me. We named that Darien style pant. So she already knows what it is.
Yeah.
No belt loops. The belt loops comes detached in the back pocket. No pleats, no cuffs. So that's my style. And as far as the fashion goes, fashion comes and goes, man.
Yeah.
It's here one day, then it's gone the next. You 2-button suit would never go out of style. Never ever. It's fashionable. It's how you dress it up, how you dress it down. It's just there. So with to me, fashion and style is very different. I don't care about fashion. It's about style to me.
Yeah.
And style lasts a lot longer than fashion.
And it's even like the way suits are built, and I'm not sure if it was in an award show or what have you, but this actually is a three piece. I'm just not wearing the vest right now. I'm gonna break a law, but I'm probably wearing this suit tomorrow night at dinner. So you should give yourself that 24 hours.
Yeah.
But like the different ways to wear it, and I'm thinking like well, braces, and I actually forgot to have the brace buttons when I had it made, and I'm like, oh well, find yourself a good tailor.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Having all these little inherent features to you, and then like for practicality, whether it's the one button, but I think that's kind of an issue when it comes to shopping. Companies went this direction where you got slim fit, slim but tapered, slim athletic, slim but boots, slim but straight, and you're like, whoa, it's bad enough to deal with people on a regular basis, just like the general public or general population, as I call it, like a penitentiary. But you have all these damn options.
Yeah.
And you can't really blame a lot of guys when they start getting mad about, I hate shopping.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I gotta
Absolutely.
buy jeans. Like, why can't you just make it so?
Absolutely.
When you have that really great, with custom, you have the ability to just say this one.
Yeah.
That's how I like it. And then to take the guesswork Darien pant.
Yeah. So even with that, I used to make the mistake of showing like an abundance of fabrics at different levels. So now it's to the point, because you learn. If you don't learn anything over the years of doing this, then something's wrong with you. So it's like
User error.
yeah. So it's like, okay, let me gauge the client first. Let me really do this consultation piece and learn my client. That way, I won't show them an abundance of fabrics, and they get that to that point where, oh, this is too much. I can't. I can't fathom all of these fabrics. I like this one, like this one, like this one. It's just too much.
Same principle.
Exactly. Yeah. So what do you need the garment for? Where are you wearing it to? Would you like it seasonal or all year round fabric? What have just knowing what the client's needs and wants are at that particular time saves a lot of time. And then on top of that, then once they are engaged in that, and they tell me what it is that they want, and I kind of see them kind of like laying back in the seat, so they're comfortable with me now. So now I can go in and suggest what I think would look best on them.
Yeah, exactly.
So then I would suggest, Darien style pant, or the 2-button, or the notch or the collar lapel, depending on what you're using that garment for. Me personally, I like peak lapels because you can dress peaks up or down. The notch lapel was primarily meant for a tie.
Yeah.
You're really not supposed to wear an unbuttoned shirt with a notch lapel.
Yeah.
Those are the rules, but they still do it now. A lot of people don't know that. But that's why I always do everything with a peak lapel, except for my blue, black, and gray power suits that I'm gonna wear a tie with. There.
Sure.
Those are notch lapels, but other than that, it's peak lapels, and it's just those things. Just explaining to the client, they're like, man, this guy really knows his stuff, man. Like, man.
Do you want to be? It's like that difference with the style and the fashion. Do you want to? And it's what I've been telling, folks that I'm going to hopefully be working with too, because I've got I'm in a very blessed position that I have essentially a waiting list, and it's like, do you want to be dictated to, or do you want to go your own route? Because it's like, do you want to go into a retailer store that might be a chain? It's a big company, and like you said about like the notch lapels, like if you're a bigger dude and a smaller lapel, that's going to make your head look like the elephant, the veritable elephant in the room, so to speak. Do you want, like I am generally a peak lapel guy, as wide as I can, because you see some of these guys on Instagram, it's as wide as their shoulders are, which God bless, but not my thing. Or like,
that's fashion.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
Or do you want, because my brother is going to want a suit, and I already told him, I'm like, I want to do something for you, like a really tight window pane, and I'm going to get you my first flap. Because I love that flap, and then he's not a flashy dude, so we'll keep it like the same fabric.
Yeah.
But when people notice that functionality on something that they don't normally see, we were talking about my Vegas jacket, and when it's something completely different than what you normally do, that's when the compliments roll.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even with talking about pricing and budget, like you can show a super, we're going to throw some terminology out there, but like a Holland and Sherry Super 180.
Absolutely.
It's like, don't insult a person before you even understand what their needs are.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of money, in other words.
Yeah,
like
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, so it's like the Holland and Sherry's, the Xenias of the world, and it's, so kind of to segue into that, because probably after that we'll take a quick break. When you have somebody brand new coming in, what is your personal philosophy on a new client? How do you convey that if someone's thinking about like, well, this is something new, I want to try something else, like for custom?
Oh, absolutely.
What's your conveyance for that? What's your outlook on that?
Oh, blue, black, and gray. Blue, black, and gray. Get
Staples.
those out of the way.
Yep.
Get those out of the way. Even if you have a blue, black, and gray that you bought off the rack, is it custom? You're gonna need another blue suit, another black one, another gray one. And when I show them the fabrics of the blues, they're amazed because of all the different hues. There are a lot of hues of blues, and there are different blues that you wear to certain events and for certain occasions as well. So that's what I always start off.
Totally. Yeah, that's one. It was something I had watched recently, and this guy who is this guy who is a still, damn, this guy. I'm not editing and I'm not live either. People say, like, "Oh, we're live." It's not live.
No.
I'm recording it right now.
Yeah.
He's showing off these different fabrics, and I think it was a Scabala at first versus a Drago, and these really cool blues. And he makes the point where he's like, "Do you want to do like a more subdued, where you're a banker, or do you want to go the more fashionable route?" Because honestly, I only own one blue suit. It's a 3-piece, nice spaced out chalk pinstripe through there. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to kind of play it a little bit safer with a plain.
Yeah.
But if you also want some pop in there, put up, your lapel hole and your buttons. I'm gonna make mine red.
Gotcha.
Just a little bit of pop in there, so that's someone's personality.
Yeah. Yep. And see, what I tell people is, okay, when it comes to lapel buttonholes, if this is their first blue suit, let's not add the pop there, because I don't want you limited with what you can wear with it and how many times you wear that suit. Because if it's red, man, you had that on 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So just keep it plain Jane. Your lining. This is what I tell my clients. Your lining is your inner you coming out. So you express you within your lining. So if you want to show it off, like, hey man, look at this. That's you. That's you expressing your boy in you, or your little girl in you, what have you. So I always keep it plain Jane. Once they have those 3 staples out of the way, then okay, let's go into your stripes, and maybe a window pane or what have you, or blend plaid, blend check. Or if you want to do some more blues, blacks, and grays, now we can have some fun with it. We can add some buttonhole colors and what have you. So, but yeah, let's just keep it simple, safe. Because I want you to wear this garment more than one time. So yeah, let's get your money's worth out of it.
Totally, yeah, absolutely. And even then, there's no one says you can't jazz it with the accessories.
Absolutely.
Because
that was my next point.
my brother's, he's owned many suits, mostly from, I want to say, Joseph A. Bank, and they're all right. He knows nothing about them, and I'm sure nothing got conveyed to him. But in making his suit, I said, hey, like, by the way, it's not that I necessarily have a blank check, which would be awesome. I'm going to make you 2 suits, because I only do this to your next suit.
Absolutely.
I said, I already have at least 4 ideas for different pocket squares, and I have 1 idea for the shoes I want you to wear with this. And then, if it's shirts, you cannot, this is America, you do what you want. You're going to be a brace guy. This isn't 5th grade picture day. You're going to be a brace guy. So you can do that. It's just like a car. It's just that more added extension of your own personality to it. Absolutely. And for the record, by the way, I'm just a straight up purple paisley. Just
and that's dope.
Thank you.
That's dope, man. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, I got these 4 quadrant. I kind of took a page out of Conor McGregor's book when he was doing those four quadrant the pocket squares. So I was just like, all right, it's just a little bit more of added texture to go with it. So
absolutely,
why not?
Man, you did it.
Thank you.
Yeah, handmade buttholes.
Yeah. That's how we do it. But yeah, it's nothing to be intimidated over, because that's another thing that I think a lot of folks, when you're, hey, like, do you want to try this? It's been made to, I want to take the elite out of it.
Yeah.
Because you can say, like, you know what, whether you've got a Mogul or a Quinn, what have you, exclusivity is that one of one.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be a second mortgage.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, but that's awesome. Darian, we're going to take a quick break on this guy.
Sure.
We're going to get into a couple more topics as far as for lifestyle, culture, even ethnic, how we might choose our colors and styles and builds and whatnot, other experiences. We're going to catch you right on after this. Stay tuned. We are back. This is Style Zephyr HD. Once again in the heart and soul of the Bridgeport area, south side of Chicago. It's a cold, murky day. There's not too much to be excited or proud of with that, but it's okay though. Here once again with Mr. Darian Montgomery, Mogul D Custom Clothing out of Bridgeport. Darian, thank you again so much for being with me.
My pleasure.
Awesome, great. We're checking out some fabrics. Might do some shopping. I recommend you guys jump online, make an appointment. Speaking of which, you do it. You got an event coming up.
Yes, in February 28th through March 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in Columbus, Atlanta. I'm doing a cigar, cocktails, and soup event. Yeah.
Trifecta.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Follow him on Instagram. He'll have more information there. It's by it's by appointment only, correct?
Yes.
The usual. Cool. Yeah. Awesome suits, killer materials. We're taking a look at everything, and we'll probably throw some pictures for you on up. So sounds like an awesome event. I hope that goes really awesome for you. Jumping right back into it. As a clothier, entrepreneur, what have you, in our age groups, I'm going to be hitting the big old 33 this year. I was never very good at math, but I hear being a prime number is not good luck. But what kind of advice would you give somebody, whether it's custom clothier or, we live in this digital age of entrepreneurship and hoping that you get results quicker because everything is smarter, for your experiences thus far, and especially in basically looking for your own customer, what's some advice you might give for a younger entrepreneur?
Man, grind. It's grind, man. Feet to the pavement. When I started out, flyers, business cards, I was at it every morning downtown, businesses. So what I used to do was I'd take my phone and like these high-rise buildings, I would look at their marquee or what have you to see the businesses in there. So I would just take a picture of that, and then I would go on LinkedIn and follow those companies, and then I'll look at all of the people in that company and just connect. And when they would connect with me, I would just tell them what I did and so on and so forth. So that's one way you can do it in these high-rise buildings. Just take photos and just connect with these people. Flyers, flyer these cars. Don't do what I did. I didn't have a glossy flyer. Well, you already know where this story is going. I didn't have a glossy flyer, so the front side was glossy, the back side was just the paper. So it rained, and the flyer was stuck to the windshield. And
so you were that guy.
I was that guy,
and it was karma.
I was that guy,
Sorry.
and I got a bad review on Yelp. And don't stick these flyers on my car. This is not like, dang, I should have got glossy paper. But hey, lesson learned. But yeah, man, just beat feet. Use social media to your advantage. Man, every platform. What I used to do was just like these commercials, man. They pound these commercials all the time. Like JG Wentworth. It's like, oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing JG Wentworth. Who is this guy? So I'm gonna look him up. So you just have to just pound. They're gonna look you up. Who is this guy? Why does this guy keep promoting? Keep whatever. They're gonna look you up and, oh, this is what this guy does. Oh, okay. Hey, did you know what this guy did? Oh, look, then another guy.
Well, that's that 877 cash now guy.
Exactly.
877. You're looking at him. You're on the bus.
That's
like,
that guy.
Nobody on the CTA bus or in a train is ever going to be like 877 cash now. The only problem is that you know him more. I was going to say, like, you know him more for the jingle than you do for because nowadays it's like, again, like, 90s kid.
Yep.
Like, where's the Empire dude? Like, you miss him, and it's like, or like, you feel bad because like you got scared if you didn't shop at Menards because you could save more money at Menards. Like, dude, Damn.
You just dropped a nugget in me.
We don't know each other that well.
No, we don't, but man, a jingle.
Mogul D, that's for you and me. Mogul D, it's like something out of the 50s. Hey, Mikey, you know?
Man, that's...
This is why I don't make the big bucks, man. Yeah.
Man. No, it's small things.
This is why I make the medium bucks.
To be continued.
Fiverr, fellow quasi-millennials, Fiverr is a godsend, including the Style Zephyr logo. Yeah, Fiverr. I mean, even if you find an artist and like you might be funding like a Pakistani terror cell somewhere, but the job gets done, and if you're on a budget, at least it got done on a budget.
I couldn't get with Fiverr, so I just paid people that knew how to do. Dude, I would rather spend my time beating the cement and let the tech people and the graphic people do their job. You know, I know my lane. I'll get the people. You do all of the
flyer looks awesome.
Flyer. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's actually one of my cousins. Man, she there's another story. She says, you know, I saw your picture and I want to play with it, and I say, okay. She made a flyer. I'm like, man, this is dope. Like,
and she inverted the colors on the two of them, didn't she? The blue to brown and then brown to blue. Really cool.
When she first started, she was just playing around with it, and I said, okay, here's another picture. See what you do with this. Before you know it, she's a graphic designer. Like, so now she's my go-to person. She does my graphics for me. And just by playing with the picture and having that, what have you, in her, now she's doing it for a lot of people. So it's cool. It works out.
We could show people, but you have to go to his Instagram and follow him because it is for the event also. And follow him. That way you can see the poster. That was dope. See, I just got you like 2 followers, so I'll be expecting my check.
Oh yeah, I got you, brother. I got you.
10% off. Yeah, sales taxes in Chicago.
There you go.
So there's the entrepreneurship and of course the age, like our age bracket. Now, perception for age, race, culture. What have you found, and what reflects how, and how do you wish it would reflect?
I used to have earrings, going out passing out flyers and what have you. I used to wonder, why am I getting rejected? Why? No. I was dressed sharp. No. I looked in the mirror one day and I said, I don't look like them. People in corporate don't wear earrings. So why would they want to hear anything I have to say? I don't speak their language. I don't look like them. I took the earrings out of my ears. The following day, oh, here, thank you. Something that simple. You have to look like what you want to attract. Simple. That's simple. That's case closed.
It's the details.
It's the details. And even going a little further with that, yeah, man. Just getting into establishments with the rejection and what have you. Putting on a suit, you're pretty much not going to get rejected out of any establishment because we are in a society, and I'm sure it's been going on for even before our time, that you're judged based off of how you look before you can open your mouth. So appearance is key, and believe it or not, I do it as well, and I'm sure you do it as well, not knowing that we do it. But when you think about it, it's like, man, did I just judge this person because of what they have on? But it's just the way that we're. Long
story. Yes.
Yeah, it's just the way that we're wired. We automatically assume that somebody's on some BS if they're not dressed like us, or if they don't speak our same language. But it's I don't know. It's just the way it is. So my just put on a jacket. I mean, you don't have to wear a suit. You don't have to put on a 4 or 5 piece suit. Put on a nice sports coat, shirt. You can even rock some jeans with, but it's the sport coat.
Yeah.
That's it. It's simple. The sport coat and go along your merry way.
And it doesn't have to be custom.
It doesn't have to be
From what
custom.
I've been telling my buddies lately, because eventually I would like to get into ladies wear. I've had enough ladies who they've told me I wish that if it makes my butt look good, or maybe my hips are too big, or if it's off the peg, it might fit, but then it flares where they don't want it to. I've told how many buddies, hey, let me do a shirt for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you like the shirt, you're probably gonna want to go with a jacket.
Yep.
Make that your staple. Make it your go-to. Make it whatever. Not too much. Don't abuse the hell out of it.
Yeah.
In which case, if you do, then go ahead and buy another one from me.
Yeah.
But start off simple, and some really great. We've got some awesome fabrics on here. Some 110s terminology, but some 110s, something that looks great but performs well. Have it at least tailored.
Yeah.
If they're running some nice, buy some clean new jeans, get at the store for $20, whatever. Clean up your shoes. That much of a difference.
Can I tell you something?
No.
Man.
Didn't react at all to that.
I don't have to. So I'm gonna tell you anyway. Man, I used to think 110s were crap fabrics. The higher the super, the finer the fabric.
Yeah.
But actually, your 110s and your 120s are your everyday wears, and they last longer. I like the 110s better than some 140s and 150s because it's going to last you longer, and the colors are just, they can do more with the milling and everything and the dyeing. They can do more with a 110 fabric than they can a 140 because it's so the difference in the elements.
Exactly.
The weaving. Yeah, it's so that's from me not knowing, me not researching, and me not brushing up on my craft. But again, I was young in the game, and I'm like, I gotta sell everybody a Super 140 or 150. Duh, they can't wear a 150 everywhere.
Yeah.
I have guys now. Yeah, I want a Super 180, or I can get a Super 180 for $600. That's not a Super 180. That's not a Super 180.
I was just looking into that, watched something on that the other day. Even if it's a 110, but you got one single thing of it, it's like, what? Really?
That's not a 180. A Super 180 is going to probably run you about, at least low end, 1,800. Low end. That's
what
very,
I was gonna say, starting around 16, 17.
Yeah, very
and above.
low end. Yeah, that's 180. And then it depends on the manufacturer too. But these guys are like, I want a 180. No, you don't even know what a 180 does. You can't. It's very lightweight. You can't wear it all year round. No.
Yeah.
I'll get you XYZ suits for the price of that 180, or what you think you want. Again, it's about education.
And it's right, and it's not to say where you might have a company like if it was a Scope recently, but I'm looking at some manufacturing, and it's these generational mills that are investing generations worth of investments into technology. So if it's weather resistant, if it's water resistant, and then it's always about I'll have gentlemen who want what's never going to wrinkle in a carry-on case. Well, that's not really a thing. I mean, it's the performance of the fabric might. It's the weave, and even if you had a polyester versus a wool, it'll be minimal, but at the same time, it's the feel of it.
Yeah.
It's everything else. It's that aesthetic, and then to a point, if you want a 180 for vanity's sake, if you want to justify it by a price tag, it's do you want a Canada Goose that's water resistant for $1,200, or do you want a North Face Gore-Tex for $200?
Exactly.
I might be jacket shopping right now.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
It's what you're getting, and at least being open to that education.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's what you think you know versus going to the people who know it because that's what they do.
Yeah. I mean, you can do the tropicals. Well, Scabal, the tropicals, those are pretty good, lightweight, wrinkle resistant. I'm not gonna say wrinkle free, but again, you gotta pay for
Yep.
for that for it not being wrinkle free, for it being wrinkle free. Sorry, you gotta pay for that. So I mean, for every need, there's a cost.
Yeah.
I mean, it can happen, but there's a cost associated with the need. So it's just, again, it all goes back to education.
Yeah.
Just educating your client,
Yeah.
educating just life, just education. I call it learning people.
Yeah.
Relearning or initially learning people. So just education, man.
And just being open-minded.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It's for my. I don't know if I should actually tell the story or not, but he's not going to probably find out about it. My dad was in a Joseph A. bank one day, and he said he found a jacket, $200 to $500, whatever it was. I think it was maybe $200, just a blazer. And he says, I would never. He's like, well, is Joseph A. Bank any good? I'm like, well, it's a retail. It's a retail.
Yeah.
They sell. They don't make it unless they have like a Pronto Omo for Men's Warehouse.
Gotcha.
So he's like, well, I would never pay for that much for a jacket. I said, well, did you ask any questions? No. Were you offered any help or is it no? Are you shopping for a jacket? No. Well, then what difference does it make? What if that was just shipped in from, let's say Henry Poole in London, and it was just handmade, and it actually cost $8,000 to make it because it was a cashmere. Maybe then like your inside name was in 24 karat gold.
Yeah.
If you don't know, well then what difference does it make?
Absolutely.
Like, and if you're not even in the market, again, what difference does it make either?
Yeah.
And I totally forgot, but I'm super proud of this just now. But I have these shoulders that I had this jacket made. I think the rope. I don't know why I brought that up just now. I just got excited because I hadn't worn this in a while.
Man, it's sweet, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I just kind of brought that up.
I'm loving the what you had, 1/8 of an inch.
Yep. It's the slightly smaller on the couple of the double stitchings that you can have too. You can have done on it, but I'm like,
and it looks vintage.
Thank you.
That's what they did back in the day. The thicker.
That's why, because there was a guy in the research from Holland and Shepherd. I think he was one of the head colors, and it was Gibbs and Hawks.
Yeah. Oh, Gibbs.
I'm just throwing names out there like you should know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And the rope, and like again, like the window pane, and he had it done in like a worsted, and I'm like, God damn, it looks good. And like the whatever tone of the shirt it was and his tie, and I'm like, you know what, like how many clothiers are the best?
Yeah.
We're all the best.
All of us are.
We're all the best.
Right. We're all gonna say that.
But at this end, it's like, oh, you're gonna be the best dressed in the room, and we're gonna fight to the death after we're done with this interview. But the vintage-esque look of it, like I want our guys to be the alpha in the room. I'm not going to be the best, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I want, and it's like if it's accentuating it, but also like that vintage look, which you really don't see anymore, because if it's the smoother shoulder, it's all about shaping and silhouette.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want something that you almost never, like I could walk past the Hugo Boss windows, Paul Stewart, but it's like I want what's different, like what's out there.
Absolutely.
And again, like it's been a repeating theme of. When you get what is normally completely different, that's when the compliments come, and then after that it's the internals, like the whatnot for the linings and everything, and that's all that matters, because this is actually Kevlar bulletproof vest lined on the inside. That's what the majority of the manufacturing cost comes into play.
Right.
If somebody wants to book with you, what's the process? How long do things take? And what's the process?
Oh yeah, the process is simple. So you go to my website, MogulDLLC.com, MOGULDLLC.com, and there's a booking calendar. So you just book there. Once you book, we meet up here in the office and a full-fledged consultation, measurements, fabric choosing, you name it, button. I mean, I just had a prom kid come in, and he was overwhelmed, but he wasn't overwhelmed. Because I told him, I said, okay, you tell me what you want, burgundy and gold, what have you. I said, okay, oh, that's easy. Bam, bam, show them the fabric. I said, now you got to choose your line. And he said, I have to do that too? His mom was like, yeah, baby, this is custom. And I said, yeah. I'm usually in this process guiding them, but I want these young, especially my prom kids, to take the lead and be able to design their own garment. Because I want them to now start. Because okay, this is like a very, very good time for me. I love prom because I get to be one-on-one with the young man and get to give him some life skills as well as dressing him or what have you. So that in itself, letting them take the lead on designing their own garment, it's making them starting to make choices for their tomorrow. And it starts with their prom suits or their graduation suits or their suits after prom for interviews or college or what have you. So I'm kind of like helping them along their way. So it's like my little own personal little life coaching session with them. But yeah. So he I'm sorry I went off the deep end. But I love prom season. So he was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, the line. And he said, oh, okay. I say, man, you know what? We got to do buttons. Oh, wow. And he said, and then I said, guess what? We got to do your lapel buttonhole colors. The buttonhole colors
and the ribbon.
Yeah. The whole buttonhole colors, and he was like, oh man. And come to find out at the end of it, he was like, you know what? That wasn't that bad. I thought it was gonna be like 2 hours. I said, nope. You knew what you wanted. And we just went down the line, down the line, down the line, down the road. And it was simple and good. And he's excited. And that's what gets me excited when they're excited. And that's basically that's the whole consultation piece. You pay your deposit, 65% down, and 35% upon the final fitting. That's pretty much it with the consultation piece.
Awesome.
And the measurement.
To that, my first made to measure, I'm not going to say the name of the company because it's essentially garbage, but if you want the look.
I think I know who you're talking about without even saying it, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say them too.
I'm told that this one fabric was a luxury Italian. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's a super one. I don't know if it was a 110 or a 120. And I'm like, so what? So it's a window. It's a herring. It's tweed.
Okay.
Blue brown. I love it. I wear it with a couple different colored slacks, a couple different colored shirts. I got a couple different ties I wear with it. Peak lapel. And in the back of my mind, I just kind of knew it. While I'm over contrast as a dude, but even I know it like as a professional that it's kind of everything.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like coordination, and it's kind of for the like paintball following. I got Kevlar on the back of my mountain right now. It's my call sign, and they don't offer stuff like that. But if this is any more clues to who it was, and I'm just going. I'm like, okay, like I want the blue on this, and this, and this, and this, and this. There's only like 8 things, not even, that you can customize on it. And I'm just going this, that, and I'm deciding, and I'm at rapid fire and everything. And she's like, okay, just putting it in. And I go, just out of curiosity, how long does like the average dude to take decide on these things? And she goes, well, if not a few minutes, then like the most I've ever had was a whole day. Like it took a whole day to decide what buttonhole color, and there's only like 6 choices. Like it takes a full 24 hours to decide what buttonhole color you want. Like it's like I don't want to sound like a snob, but at the same time it's like it's pretty straightforward.
But again, remember, they have all these fabrics in their head, and then when they leave the consultation, they're going back on Instagram or Pinterest, and they're seeing other things, so they want to add a twist to what you've already written down, you know, what have you. So they're just adding more and more. Less is good. Less. I mean, too much is it's garbage.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. Just
Yeah.
Or in my case, they'll call me that evening or text me. Well, can you change such and such? I'm like, dude, the order's already in. I can't change it. Oh man, sorry. You had your shot right here.
Yeah.
You know.
Get those. If you want to do cuffs on your pants, think in advance. You know, you want them as big as, I'm going to quote another dude's interview, but as thick as a sandwich, a bigger cuff, and the whole night. I'm a break. Like, I don't want my stuff like off the ankle because I just feel like, especially in this weather, I don't. Shave,
I noticed that.
Yeah, I don't shave my legs generally, and especially in this weather, it gets cold. So
I want to break.
I want to about something pretty simple. So, awesome. Anything else going on in your world that you want folks to know about? Stuff you want to talk about, or?
Not really. I'm in my prom season, so I'm very, very busy.
You got prom, you got your events, you got plans, which we don't have to talk about yet. Cause that's a cool thing.
Not yet. It's coming.
It's all good. Things are good.
Coming. Yeah,
cool,
things are getting there. Yeah.
Sure. We'll end on this. What makes you Chicago? What makes you Chicago styled?
Man, I'm like a hot dog with no ketchup, baby. You know.
See, oh God, I'll tell you. I'll say. I got something to say about that after I'm done. But you go ahead.
Go ahead.
I love Chicago history. You know.
Yeah.
And so there was a point where I had a hot dog being served to me, and there was ketchup, but there were no tomatoes like there. And I was pretty young, like I was only a teenager.
Okay.
But somebody called me out, like as my age, and they're like, "That's, you know how un-Chicagoan that is of you?" And I'm like, "What was opening day of the Columbian Exposition?" I had no idea what I was talking about, it's okay if you don't. Mm-hmm. And I said, "What year was the 1934 Century of Progress World's Fair?" Mm-hmm. And they didn't realize like the joke that I pulled. And I was like, "Who was the first black mayor of Chicago?" Mm-hmm. I'm like, "Don't judge me on my hot dog condiments when you don't know anything about Chicago history, man." Like, exactly. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man, Chicago, man, we're known for style, for dressing. So, I guess to answer your question, what's Chicago? It's man, getting back to those grassroots, man, getting back to wearing suits. Nowadays, you only see like lawyers and pastors and preachers wearing suits, but man, a good suit, man, it turns heads. Even a sport coat and trousers, man, it just turns heads, and it's just something about. I mean, even my head turns with. Cause I'll tell you this, I'm not a guy that won't turn his nose up at another guy. Man, I'll compliment a guy like, dude, that's dope. Like man, that's dope. I'm not that guy. I'm gonna give you a compliment, and you just never know. That could be a new client, or that can be. I mean, that could be whatever. Just dialogue, man. Just learn to compliment a guy, or just learn to compliment. If a guy looks good or what have you. I mean, you're not whatever, but a compliment, man. You can make someone's day by giving them a great compliment, and they may have not thought that they look good or well dressed well enough, but if you compliment them, like, man, okay, yeah, I really do feel good, man. Thanks, man. That pepped me up or what have you. So it's just getting back to the grassroots, man, of dressing, man. Just getting back to style, not fashion, style.
And I think that's a difference for everybody, because I've had, you go to YouTube and you watch videos on stylists and whatnot, and these late, I'm not going to, gender regardless, but you'll have some of them who are, well, when you go to a store, you're going to get told what to buy, and it's like, at one time, some people thought of me as a stylist, but then, like we talked about earlier, I wanted to learn the craft of it, And it's like, you know what? The people who will take the jump to do this, they realize that. And the people who will tell you like what to buy and how to buy it and where to buy it, it's like it's different between understanding like where are your shoulders,
Yeah,
where's
absolutely.
where's your hip, where's the one button on the jacket,
Absolutely.
where's your center, and where's your, you know, it's just like with shoes. And it was, you know, hey, like you may not have realized this, but like your left foot is different from your right foot. Like maybe if you're diabetic, maybe your feet swell. It's taking that into account, and it's taking that leap.
Absolutely.
So I was like super glad that you said that, and it's, you don't have to be bougie about it, but that's what we are. Like we're Midwest, we're Chicago, and we take that chance. You know, the city burnt down, and guys were already renting out houses for dry goods.
Yeah,
Taking that
just,
chance.
Just style, man, and that's really what it is, man. Just style and just being comfortable with you, and just stop trying to overdo and trying to keep up with the Joneses. Just do you. Stay in your own lane. Yeah. Stay in your own pocket. Pocket presence. That's the key. Just stay there.
Ticket pocket.
Ticket pocket. Yeah, you know.
Oh, I did. Yeah, no shit. That's an option.
Yeah, that's an option.
Sweet.
Yeah. There's so many options with custom, man. It's custom. It's crazy.
That's embarrassing. I thought I had my other jacket.
Everybody wants to do it, but everyone can't do it. Everyone can't, because you have to realize, man, we're designers. We know your bodies. We can tell you about your body more than you know about your body. We're stylists in a sense, because we're putting the whole outfit together. You know, so we're all of this in one. Somebody had to tell me the other day that I was a designer. I'm not into labeling. I never thought of myself as a designer.
Yeah.
But when she broke it down, where you're putting this together, this cloth together, and putting it to one, what do you think that is?
Same thing. Yeah, my brother's suit. I'm like, hey, like if you let me, like you need to go with these shoes, that grid, this medallion on the tie, that pocket square, and it's like, oh my.
So we're designers, and it sunk in that I changed it on my Instagram designer. I'm like, I never had it broken down to me like that.
Totally.
And it was like, I opened it like, so I limited my own self, not really knowing what I did. And again, this is just casual conversation, talking to someone, just talking, and man, you just never know with a conversation what.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was amazing to me. So yeah, man, it's just
Totally. We're gonna have folks start some more conversations with you. It's Mogul D LLC.
Yes, sir.
Instagram, website. It's out there. You got your event coming up. Look on those. Again, you got to check out the websites and the Instagrams again to see your event. It's prom season. I'm probably not going to be your guy for that. This guy probably will be. So
Prom, wedding season, graduation,
divorce.
Yeah, divorce suits,
Funerals, same thing.
summer outfits. See, we're already into summer fabrics.
Yeah.
Fall, spring and summer fabrics.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we're already get ahead of the game, man, and let's keep it rocking.
Absolutely. Darian, man, thanks so much, man.
Pleasure.
Appreciate your
Yeah,
time. All the
likewise.
best to you. Guys,
Same to you.
thank you so much for tuning in. Style Zephyr HD, Mogul D LLC, heart and soul of Bridgeport and the South Side. And until then, remember to stay true to you.
Say truth.